sheet. So first, I just want to get you guys feedback on how was everybody's week. KJ, tell me how your week was going this week, brother.
My week?
Yeah.
Busy.
Busy.
Yeah, I'm in construction, so cold snap. I probably had about 3 properties where I got calls.
Let me give this to you, okay?
All right. I'm in construction, so the cold snap this week. I got about 3 calls this week with houses with busted pipes.
Busted pipes, okay.
And I had 2 that were completely flooded and one that was water main busting in the yard. So
okay,
it's been busy this week.
Man, when you came in, my guy Jarvis. So Jarvis, tell me in 2026, what's something that you want to knock out in 2026?
In 2026, I want to work on being a better father, more of a family man. I put a lot of time into my company and working and trying to lead and get better promotions and stuff. But then as you go through it, you see how people are interacting with their families and stuff like that, and you have to realize that time is short.
Absolutely.
And you have to be there for your family just like you're there for your job and everybody else.
So Walt, in 2026, what's one of the first important goals you want to knock out in 2026?
First and foremost, just being obedient to God. Last year I retired, so I had like 9-10 months of straight reflection and more time than I ever had with my family, my kids, God, and the community. And through that reflection, I refound myself, and so I'm in a second career, a second life, if you will, after 27 years in the military. So this time I'm doing it slow, but slow is smooth and smooth is fast. So I'm just making sure that I take the time to have the work-life balance that he spoke of and stay in the will of God and do good business.
Absolutely. Man, so talk to me about the importance of family to you. You guys got a pretty big family. Would you mind sharing how big your family, how many brothers and sisters you got?
Yeah, how much time you got? No.
Well, you give us a highlight, get a number. So give us a number if you don't mind.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, family is extremely important to me. I'm number 14 out of 15 kids.
Okay.
I got at least 80, 90 nephews and nieces easily. And I think my parents instilled in us, again, a quick background for that. My parents met and, joined the Nation of Islam. And so they converted to Muslim. And so I was raised Muslim, and that was a huge part of our family structure as well.
Right.
So that's an important piece. But if you know anything about Muslims, community is number one.
Okay.
So for me, family, community, all of that is top. It's top. So I'm trying to instill that into my 2 boys down here as well, so they know what that legacy is.
Chase, if you don't mind sharing for the team, man, how your experience been in traveling back and forth internationally just recently, and how's that coming right now for 2026? If you don't mind telling them where you go pretty often also.
So I go to China a lot. So that's a pretty long trip. I don't know if anybody's ever been out there, but it takes about anywhere between 19 and 25 hours to get there. So about a year ago, I was there about half the year. I added up all the time. So, I mean, part of the balance is like balancing your family and being away. I have 2 young daughters, 8 and 10, and, leaving that up to the wife. But you get to learn a lot about different culture, get out there in the scene. It's tiring. I just got back 2 weeks ago, so you get about good jet lag and everything like that. But like Rocky says, as an engineer, it's good to see how things work. You go out there and travel, but managing a family that travels a lot, so it's all about communication. My wife and I were long distance when we met, so that helps out. But managing that, talking to your kids. It's a struggle, but hopefully this year it's less travel. I'm starting my own business now, so hopefully it's going to dial back a bit, but I still got to, pay the bills, so it's all for work.
What kind of business, if you don't mind telling them what you opening up?
Yeah. So I own a franchise. It's called Slick City. You guys, you'll be able to come out when it opens. It's kind of like an urban air sky zone. It's all slides, so it's opening up out in Mableton. We're trying to open up in May, and then maybe even put one out in McDonough later. So
All right, good
Hopefully
deal.
I'll have that open and people will be able to come out.
When I came into it, I started and I joined the church, and I was able to interact with the Ingram family. Now, the Ingram family shared a lot of experience, and Trey comes out in support. But Trey, give me one life lesson by how long you and Miss Carla been married?
We'll be celebrating our 30th this year
30 years. Okay.
in July.
What's one thing that you can say that has been successful that worked in your marriage, if you want to share it with the family?
I would say the biggest thing for us is two:
Okay.
communication and compromise.
Communication and compromise. That word compromise is a little strong sometime now.
It is because you ain't got to fight every battle.
Okay.
Every battle is not meant to be fought.
Yes, sir.
Some stuff you just have to say, okay, babe.
All right.
And then there's some stuff then y'all have to talk about.
Okay.
But every instance does not require an argument or being combative.
Good deal. Good deal.
So, yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What's important to you, and why is it important to you?
Yeah, man. What's important to me, you know, and this is a lesson that you sometimes got to relearn, right?
Right.
Life throws things at you, but loyalty, man. You know, being loyal, not really to other people. I mean, that's important. I think loyalty is important, but being loyal to yourself, you know, and taking care of yourself. And then when you're loyal to yourself and take care of yourself, it allows you to pour into other people. You know, like Rocky said, I didn't really know this guy that great. I knew he was a good dude because just my judge of character, right? But when you show up to move somebody, you know, you develop a real quick bond with them, real quick, you know. And, you know, a lot of times people say, hey, I'm moving. Oh, man, well, I'm out of mayonnaise. I can't make it, you know. I got to go buy some peanut butter. I ain't going to be able to be there. But, you know, something spoke to me, said, you need to go help this guy. It was God, you know. But also me wanted to be a part of a brotherhood and a fellowship as well, you know. Absolutely. So pouring into other people so that you build those relationships, that you build a bond with people. And, you know, like Rocky said, if he's doing something, I'm going to be there to support him. But I know if I'm doing something, I can call this man right here too. And that's the type of relationships, you know, I want to build in my life. Yeah. And I'm thankful for people who are out here doing the same thing.
Absolutely. And what's something in 2026 that you plan to attack?
Just continue surrendering and staying in alignment with God, and also expansion for my business.
Expansion for your business, staying in alignment. Pete, in 2026, you travel a lot. What's one of your goals in 2026? And what would you like to share that you was able to accomplish in 2025, if you don't mind?
Man, 2025, man, you know, I had as you may know, I went through a little bit of a rough season. And I think it was meant to be because, you know, again, I was just talking to Trey a little bit, and I think what it's teaching me is a little bit of patience.
Ooh, okay.
So, you know, me always wanted that fast money, fast this, fast that, found a way to get it professionally. So I stuck with it, and you start climbing up the ranks, you get to those higher levels, and when that slips away, and you don't realize what you have in front of you. You got to sit down and rearrange some priorities and things like that. And I think we met right around some of that time. And but you know, the last year I was able to regain employment finally. It was about 2 years. 2 years I was unemployed, just trying to get through. But you know, that hustle spirit, just you got to get it. So, but I was able to 2025 was able to get reemployed. Now just travel. But my goal now is just to sit back, be patient. I got some things working.
Absolutely.
We about to change some things for the industry, and
2026 is a year of patience, man.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Nice to meet you guys. My wife is running for state rep of District 68, which is primarily Fayette County, mostly Tyrone, parts of Fayetteville, up into Fairburn, Union City, South Fulton a little bit, and a little part of Peachtree City. So we moved down here coming on 3 years ago from Boston. Well, I'm not originally from Boston. We don't claim Boston as originally home. My wife is originally from the Baltimore area. I'm originally from New Jersey. But she comes from a background of healthcare and advocacy, and she wants to use that to help this community bring better healthcare, bring better access to just, things that to support the community. And she has experience in policy and advocacy work. Her name is Tamoria. It's tamoria.org if you want to check it out or if there's upcoming events. But and everything that you all just said really resonated with me. Like part of what I'm trying to do is live my life with more intention and not really, get caught up in, like you mentioned, living too fast and like trying to focus on things that are most important. And that includes, our health, our wellness, taking time to just reflect, as you were saying. And I'm much appreciated for this. So I don't know.
I just want to give a round of applause for Rocky, just really quick. Mr. Rocky, I can't say enough. He's like the big little brother. He's about 10 years younger than me, but he's always pushing me to do stuff, right? He's always pushing for something for the community. He's always doing some business stuff. He's involved in so many things that I talk with him every day and I don't know all the things he's involved with. But one thing he is great at is being a disciple of God and bringing men together and bringing the community together. So we've been here together about going on 2.5 years, almost 3. And I think, in those 2.5, 3 years, I can count almost on both hands the amount of events that he put together. And they've been quality events that brought men and families together, healed men, done things for men. He is a servant of the community and a servant of God. And he's also a great brother and friend. If you ever wanted he's the best little brother you could pray for. And I'm old as a 7. So, you know what I'm saying? So to add him as an 8th brother to my family was just great. And you don't make many friends at 40. So, I'm 39, 40 when I met him. So, and we talk every day, like I said, but he's a friend or brother and he's a servant of the community. And I just didn't want this event to go by. I wasn't supposed to say nothing, but I snatched the mic and I just want to give him his flowers on what he's doing and what he wants to continue doing in the community. And I appreciate everybody coming out to support him. And I just look forward to seeing you in the future things that he has going on that we'll be in support of.